Are you bored of vanilla GTA 5 and want a new and fresh experience? Then you should start modding GTA 5. And in this video I'm going to tell you exactly how to do that. And as a bonus I will show you how to fix common issues people face when they first start modding GTA 5. But wait, why should we even mod GTA 5? Well, because we need to. Rockstar made an incredible game with GTA 5, but let's be honest, it lacks some features we all miss. And with mods we bring those features back into the game and also add improved graphics, new vehicles and unique weapons. But I hear you ask, does the modding get you banned? Well, that's a great question and one that a lot of people wonder about. Especially since Rockstar recently cracked down on some big modded projects and implemented anti-cheat software to GTA 5. But single player mods are completely safe. So as long as we're sticking to the single player of the game, there's no way you could get banned. But doesn't modding GTA 5 give me viruses or corrupt my game? Well, modding GTA 5 is not as simple as other games. But if you follow this guide step by step, completely till the end, and implement all the new things you have learned, you'll be able to mod GTA 5 safely and create the ultimate experience you want. So, how do we get started? The main tool we'll use is OpenIV, that lets us access and modify GTA 5 game files. So let's install that from the website. After we downloaded it, click the right language for you, accept the terms and install it in the place you would like. Then after we've done that, open up the app and it will ask you where the GTA 5 files are located. And click the location where it is located. For Steam users like me, it's located in this location. Once you have found it, it will tell you that you've done it correctly and we can open the program. In the meanwhile, it will search for an encryption key, which means it won't work if you have a pirated version of the game, which you shouldn't even do as the game is like $20. And the first thing we're going to do is we make sure we install the right tools for OpenIV, so we can modify the game. So go over to Tools, SC Manager and install both the SC Loader, which lets us use some scripts, and the OpenIV.sc that lets us access the game files. Now we are all set and we can edit every game file within OpenIV. But what about scripts? To install them you need two main files, script.v and script.v.net. These two allow us to add many mods, like menus, quality of life improvements and many more. To install them, go to this website for script.v and for script.v.net, this one. And once they have downloaded, place all of those files into the GTA 5 folder. I would not recommend installing the native framework that comes with the script.v downloads, as it's not really that great. Instead I would recommend you download this one, the simple GTA 5 trailer, which is far better. You can also just drag and drop this in the main GTA 5 folder. After we've done that, we can open up the game to test if everything works. As you can see, the game loads up and when we press F3, the menu shows up. And as you can see, everything works. With the trainer we can spawn cars, remove wanted levels and many more actions, which is great. For every mod you download, it is important to check the description of the mod. It will tell you a few things. If the mod needs other things like a UI mod to work, or if there's any conflict with other mods, which makes it bug. In most cases, if the mod does not work, you're probably just missing something. So always check the description of every mod carefully. Let's for example install this roleplay menu by DAlien. As we read the description of a mod, we need script.v and script.v nightly, which we already both have installed. It will also tell us we need native UI. We also need to make a scripts folder. To do that, just go to the main folder of GTA 5 and create a folder called scripts. Then we will download native UI from this website and place both native UI and the roleplay menu in the scripts folder. Some scripts like this will have a .ini file, which allows us to edit some features of the mod. For example, which key to press to open the menu. We can change this, for example, B. So every time we press B, the menu shows up and we can use it. But what about adding new content to the game? I think the best thing about modding GTA 5 is that we literally can add anything new to the game. This includes new cars, unique pets and even weapons. So let's do that. But before we add that, it is important we back up the game properly. And please do not let your ego take over and skip this part, because I promise you this will save hours of your time. So to back up our game we have two options. Option 1 is to back up the whole game to a different location, and if we ever mess up we can just delete the old game and replace it with this. The downside of this is that you need around 200 GB of free space. What I would recommend is option 2, which is using the mods folder. In the mods folder we are going to create, we are only going to select files we want to mod and copy them in this folder. So if anything goes wrong we can just delete this folder and we still have the base game, where we can try again. The best thing is that OpenIV lets us seamlessly use this mods folder. Every time we edit files that are not in the mod folder, it will ask us to copy the files to the mods folder. So every time it now asks us to do this, we will copy the files we need to the mods folder. The first thing you need to know, there are two different ways you can add new content to the game. You can either replace existing content with new content, or we can add content with a DLC pack. If we look for example at the car mods, most of them will say add-on, which means they add new content via DLC pack. But sometimes there are replace mods, meaning they replace existing content. Let's first install a replace mod, like this clean looking tow truck by Bravo1 Charlie. Normally the tow truck is pretty rusty, but with this mod it's a clean looking version. Let's first download it, and after we have done that we open OpenIV and we go to the DLC folder called patchday28ng, which is located in Update, x64, DLC packs. Once we're there, then we click dlc.rpf, x64, levels, GTA 5, vehicles.rpf. And as you can see, we now have other models like for example the 10F. If you want to download any other vehicle replace mods in the future, we also go to this exact location. Now click on Addon Mods in the top right and it will ask us to copy to the mods folder, which as aforementioned we are going to do. It will take a little bit of time because it needs to copy these files to the mods folder, but after the message disappears we are now in the mods folder. And now we can drag our mod from the WinRAR download into GTA 5 to replace the existing texture. Let's start up GTA 5 and test if the mod has done its thing. And as you can see we have now a clean looking tow truck texture, which looks great. If we want to add new content to our game, it works a little bit differently. Let's install this Police Vapid Scout mod, which as mentioned in the title is an add-on mod. After we download it, open it and click on single player. There will be a folder called NK Scout which has a dlc.rpf file. This folder is the new DLC folder with the car mod. To install it, open OpenIV and go over to the mods folder we have just created. If you do not see this mod folder, you need to repeat the steps we have done before with the replace mods. You do not have to install the tow truck mod, but just make sure to copy the files to the mods folder, so you have a mods folder. When we are ready, we go over to this location, as we just follow the structure of the folder. And once we see patchday28 DLC pack, we grab our DLC folder from the download and drag it into OpenIV. Also make sure to have edit mode enabled, otherwise it will not let you drag the mod into OpenIV. The last step is to activate the new content. Let's first go back to the GTA 5 main folder and click on Update, update.rpf, common data. It will ask us to copy the files to the mods folder, which of course we're going to do. After we have copied the files, we click on the edit mode and go over to this file called dlc.xml. Right click the file and then select edit. As you can see, there are a lot of lines located in here. Every line represents a DLC pack with content in GTA 5. To add our new police car to the game, we first need to copy a line at the bottom as a reference, and then between the slashes we add the name of the new DLC folder, which in this case is called NK Scout. Always make sure the name of the folder always matches with the name in the DLC list. Otherwise the game will crash immediately once we start it up. So let's start up the game to see if we've done it correctly. And as you can see, the game loads up fine and we can use the trainer to spawn it in. Some big mods like RDE, VanillaWorks, Project Enhancement V and Force of San Andreas are installed by an automatic installer, which makes it a lot easier for us to install. Let's install RDE for this example. After we download the big file and open it, we are greeted with a few files. The main mod is called RDE 4.1 and it is, as you can see, a .iov file, which means it is installed automatically. To install the mod, we open OpenIV and we just drag the IOV file onto it. If done correctly, this screen will pop up. Click on install and it will ask us where to install it. As said before, we're always going to install into the mods folder, so do that and it will now automatically copy everything and install everything the mod needs. And after some time it is done and we can test to see if the mod works. The best way to test this is to give yourself a 1 level, and as you can see everything works fine and we even have a 6 star on the top. But if we keep playing like this, we're bound to run into some issues. This is because if we had read the description carefully, we saw that we need some other things to keep the game running smoothly. These are pack file limit adjuster and the streamer variable decals limit patch. Pack file limit adjuster fixed the error file pack, which is the most common issue people run into when installing many GTA 5 mods. The other mod, streamer variable decals limit patch, fixes issues causing LOD models to disappear. To install them, place them in the main GTA 5 folder, just like this. There are actually a lot more of these mods that fix errors of modding GTA 5. Here are just a few examples. Heap adjuster fixes a memory issue, which is called this. Weapon limits adjuster fixed the issues when adding too many weapon mods. Siren limit adjuster fixed the issue if you have a police car with a lot of sirens and lights. I would recommend you always have these installed when modding GTA 5. But remember, these are just a few tools to fix common issues people face. For some issues related to modding GTA 5, the most important thing is that you need to know what caused the crashes. Fortunately for you, I have some tips on how to know what caused the issues or crashes you are facing. First, if the game crashes on startup, this is most likely caused by a poor game config. The game wants to load a lot of new content, but because of the limit set in the game config, it won't allow it to load. To fix this, you need to install a game config that can handle new content, like this one. This is the most popular one and most recommended, but this game config by the RDE team is also very good. To install this, go to this location in OpenIV, click on Edit Mode and replace it with the existing config. You can also make your own game config using Pool Manager. Find what limit you need to set higher and edit the limit to a higher value in the game config. If the game crashes during gameplay but not on a specific place or spawning in a specific vehicle, there are a few reasons for this. 1. Because you have a weak game config, as said before. 2. Because a model spawns in traffic and it's not installed correctly. 3. Because you simply have too many mods installed. GTA 5 can crash very easily if you have just installed a few big mods at a time. And unfortunately there are not many things we can do. So try to be really picky when installing big mods. When you're playing GTA 5 but the script crashes suddenly, but the game does not, it is most likely caused by the script itself, trying to load something which does not exist, or it bugs out with other scripts you have installed. In the main GTA 5 folder you can see a script.v.net log file and see what the script was trying to do. This is really useful when finding out why the script crashes. By the way, if your script ever crashes or you just want to reload it, you can bind a key in the script.v.net ini file, and when you press that key in game, every script in the scripts folder will load again. And these are just a few things you can run into when modding GTA 5. I recently made a Discord server where we talk about this sort of stuff and try to help each other with GTA 5 modding. So if you want to start modding GTA 5, I think joining our Discord server is the best first step you can do. The link is in the description. I have a lot of videos on my channel covering various mods, so I would recommend you check those out. to get some inspiration of what to add into your game. Huge thanks to all of my Patreon supporters. On my Patreon I upload full guides on things like how to back up your game properly, adding new weapons and many more. I also offer modding help if you run into any issues when trying to mod GTA 5. The link is in the description. Finally, if you want to check out another video where I add removed weapons into GTA 5, click here. And for a video I think you will enjoy, click here. Have a great day.